For basically all of human history, we've looked at our dreams and asked the same question over and over again. What do they mean? But today, we're going to dig into a pretty wild idea. What if that has always, and I mean always, been the wrong question to ask?
I mean, think about it. For 3,000 years, we've positioned ourselves as the decoders, right? We're trying to figure out these weird movies that our brain plays for us every night. But what if we've had the roles completely backwards this whole time?
So, to see what I mean, let's do a quick flyby of our long shared history of trying to make sense of our dreams. And as you're about to see, a really fascinating and, frankly, totally flawed pattern starts to emerge.
I mean, you've got everything from gods sending warnings on ancient clay tablets to Chinese dream dictionaries using wordplay to link coffins with getting rich, all the way to Victorian-era lottery guides. The tech has changed, sure, but the basic idea, it hasn't budged. We've always believed that dreams are some kind of external message that we are supposed to interpret.
And here's the really wild part. These themes, they're totally universal. It doesn't matter if you're in Beijing, Boston, or Botswana. We all share these same dreams. You know, being chased, your teeth falling out, showing up to a test completely naked. These aren't just cultural quirks. They seem to be baked right into our human DNA, which, just makes us want to figure them out even more.
And this slide just nails the point home. On the left, you've got an ancient Chinese belief. On the right, a myth you'd find on the internet today. The packaging is different, ancient texts versus viral videos, but the mistake, the fundamental error, is exactly the same. We think the dream is a message being sent to us.
Okay, so here's the pivot. What if that entire 3,000-year-long project is built on one giant misunderstanding? What if the new science of dreaming isn't just a small update, but a complete 180-degree reversal of everything we thought we knew? This right here is the absolute core of this whole explainer. Let it sink in for a second. It's not about us figuring out our dreams. It's about our dreams figuring us out every single night. They are the ones doing all the work. So, if dreams aren't some cryptic message for us to decode, then what in the world are they actually doing? Well, the best way to think about it is this. Your dreams are your personality's essential, hardworking night shift crew. Yeah, while your conscious mind is totally checked out, this unbelievably sophisticated biological process clocks in for their shift. They're not putting on a show for you. They're doing critical psychological maintenance that keeps you, being you. And this breakdown shows you what that dream crew is actually up to. You've got the emotional dishwasher, which is literally scrubbing away all the leftover gunk from your day. The anger, the shame, the fear. The memory mover is like a night librarian, sorting and filing away what's important. And get this, the behavior simulator, that classic dream where you're being chased, that's your brain running a fire drill, a threat rehearsal, so you're actually better prepared if something bad happens in real life. It's not symbolism, it's straight up biological function.
Which leads us to a really crucial question, right? This whole nightly maintenance thing sounds pretty important. So what happens if the crew just stops showing up for work?
The answer, honestly, is pretty stark. And this might be the single most important takeaway from this whole thing. It's not just that you'll be tired or a little grumpy. It's a slow-motion collapse of who you are. The science actually has a name for it: chronic personality death. It's a complete system cascade failure. Without that emotional dishwasher, your brain's fear center, the amygdala, becomes a staggering 60% more reactive. That's why you feel so anxious and irritable after a bad night's sleep. Without the memory movers, you get brain fog. You lose your ability to connect ideas, and this one is terrifying. You start to lose the coherent story of your own life. It's a direct path to depression, anxiety, and total burnout. But here's where things get really, really interesting. This is all about to change. Technology is right on the verge of not just helping us dream better, but giving us direct, hands-on access to this incredible inner world. And look, this isn't some far-off science fiction. This is a real technology roadmap. We're already seeing consumer headbands that can actually trigger lucid dreams, taking what was a rare skill and turning it into an on-demand experience. The next step, which is already happening in labs, is something called REM space, a shared dream state where two people can actually meet and interact. And by 2040, we could have Dream Dial, where you can literally choose your dream's theme for the night, like you're picking a movie from a streaming service. And all of this leaves us with one final, kind of mind-bending question. For 3,000 years, we just tried to interpret our dreams. In the next 20, we might be able to direct them,
program them, even share them. So as we get the power to perfect our inner worlds, what's that going to mean for our messy, unpredictable outer one? Definitely something to dream of.